for, I mean, my own selfish reasons. It makes me really happy. I mean, seeing the shirts made, I've seen us give them the shirts. I've seen the shirts being sold. I see where the money goes. I mean, it's incredible to me. And for me,
this is one enthusiastic volunteer. We introduce you to Ellen Lagerman. This morning, she's showing a team from Bank America how to put the finishing touches on these newly designed St. Vincent de Paul t-shirts. In fact, if you walk into our lobby, there's Ellen again, our spokesmodel for these fabulous shirts, a fundraiser created by our development team.
We are charged with bringing in money and more money so that we can help more people. I see that as our department mission, is to bring in more money to help more people, because there are more people that need help.
And volunteer Ellen is certainly doing her part.
I've done everything, working at events, doing registration, or talking to people, or doing things like that, which I really enjoy.
She never lets us down. We can call Ellen last minute for something 8 o'clock at night or 5 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is. She shows up with bells on, happy to help, always fun.
And those Bank of America volunteers really love working with Ellen.
It's a lot of fun. I hope to do it again. It's been a blast, and Ellen's just been fantastic.
But with all this fun, this young volunteer understands the big picture.
I was working at our big fundraising breakfast, the Restoring the Hope breakfast, and we spent months and months, you know, sending out mailings, calling people, doing everything. And then I got there and I got handed someone donating a $10,000 check, and I was like, this is why we did all of this. This is why it's worth it. Every time I go down to Watkins, I see where the money's being used. I see what it's being put into. I see the people being served. I see, you know, them getting medical attention or dental attention, and just warms my heart.
This is the St. Vincent de Paul webpage. Look quickly, because it will soon look different.
Well, we're in the process of migrating to a brand new website, which is a huge job. It's literally hundreds of pages, hundreds of web pages.
And this is where volunteer honoree Joni Hollabaugh joins our story.
After I was laid off and sitting at home feeling sorry for myself for a good month, I decided to get out of the house and, you know, give back.
Needless to say, the timing was perfect. Joni's professional background is web development and marketing, making her a perfect fit for St. Vincent de Paul.
Joni was such a wonderful type of volunteer to find, because she has so many great skills in so many different areas, and I'm all about that. I think it's a main part of our mission to give people the opportunity to serve.
I've done the corporate Shark Tank. I've been burned out. I've been underappreciated and operated from places of fear, and you come here and it's very healing. You know, it's like, yay, Joni's here, and you know, it's joyful.
And since Joni's donating her time, we thought we should give her the time to market herself.
I cook and I bring leftovers, so you'll be well fed, and I love working from conception to completion.
She's so smart, and she gets stuff like this, and she knows how to drive projects, and she keeps everything on task, and she's organized. She's one of a kind. She's also really amazing, one of a kind lady.
And there's another side to Joni that she tries not to show.
I'm short selling my house because I've lost my job, and you think your problems are small compared to driving up here every day and there's people without homes. And you think, there but for the grace of God go I. You know, you get so small and so self-involved, and you come here and you lose yourself to find yourself. It's amazing.
Our volunteers do all kinds of things at St. Vincent de Paul. These Brophy boys are repairing donated bicycles to give to those in need. These ladies are arranging flowers to make our guests feel special. These young people are preparing lunch for a hungry crowd. These are the jobs that come to mind when people want to volunteer. So what do you do with someone who has a specific talent, as in accounting?
I worked at Honeywell and I worked in accounting for 23 years. So when I came to volunteer, I said, well, they need help in accounting. I'll be glad to help in accounting. And lo and behold, they needed my help. Well, when my husband passed away unexpectedly 2 years ago, we chose, my daughters and I decided that he always hated flowers. And we said, well, we'll tell everyone that instead of flowers, we want donations to St. Vincent de Paul, because that was always our favorite charity. It was always the main charity that we gave money to. And we had such a wonderful response, and especially from his Intel family, because he worked at Intel. And they actually, the finance group at Intel down in Ocotillo put together a day of service.
Anna's a great volunteer, always willing to help and learn something new. She's consistent. She's been coming every Tuesday. She helps with the accounts payable filing for me. She helps Terry with the store paperwork and whatever Terry needs help with on that day.
Anna loves giving back in her own way and wanted to share this with our audience.
This is a poem from the St. Andrew the Apostle Catholic Church calendar for 2011, which the theme of it is stewardship, and I found this for the month of March, and I really enjoyed when I read it. Each of us has been given special gifts to use to answer the call to build the kingdom of God. Stewards understand their responsibility to share their gifts and talents with their neighbors, their church, and their world. This sharing brings deep joy, which is the reason I love coming here and working with everyone at St. Vincent de Paul.
Let's see.
How are you?
Special Ministries. That's the department at St. Vincent de Paul that, among other things, works one-on-one with our clients to assist them first with basic needs, clothing, shoes, as well as assistance with housing setbacks and looking for work. Volunteers make this place run.
Last year I volunteered, I was volunteering with my daughter's school and the fire department, but I wanted something with more human contact.
Anita says yes to whatever the staff needs, and they praise all of her skills.
She wants to assist us in any way she can in making sure that things run smoothly, and she's very motivated.
To me as a manager, I know I can count on her because she's so well committed and so well responsible that I don't have a lot of concerns. I don't have no concerns.
It's not just professional skills that Anita brings to her volunteer work, it's also her compassion.
I was doing intake and I met with that lady who had a real, very sad story. She thought she was a very bad mom. Her kids weren't talking to her. She was in the streets and all that. And I spent maybe a good 40 minutes with her, and she just needed to talk. And at the end, she just came and hugged me, and I thought that was, you know, you really feel that you're giving something, but I guess the most important thing in all this is that you're giving, and by giving you receive so much.
Alec Gracie's your typical teenager. He loves his guitar, Led Zeppelin, and reggae. He never realized he would also love volunteering. Alec is working alongside Anita. When he first started volunteering, he was facing some personal challenges and was transitioning into a new high school.
And so the responsibility that he has is tremendous. He needs to make sure that towels are in place, the showers are ready. He needs to have direct contact with the homeless. And some of the homeless that we have, they come with some anger issues or some addiction issues.
Oh yeah, I've learned a lot of patience dealing with people. Time like when they come in and out of the shower and stuff like that. I have a lot of patience with people, getting them clothes and stuff, you know, stuff like that.
He has so much empathy for our guests, and he's so grounded when he's speaking to them. You've never seen him get upset or irritated, and you know, sometimes we just have a lot of things going on, and he's basically growing into being a very mature young man.
Alec knows how to handle with grace those who are often left with very little.
It means a lot, especially since I was just released from the Arizona Department of Corrections after doing 3.5 years. And I was only released with a pair of pants, a pair of deck shoes, and a shirt. And that was it, no money on my book. So it's really inspiring, and it's gave me a little different look on places like this.
One final note about Alec. How is he doing in school after spending his own time at St. Vincent de Paul?
I definitely don't want to end up on the streets now that I've seen everyone, you know. So I'm going to try harder to get into college and stuff like that now. It's definitely brought my grades up since I've been here too, so.
So you think you can tell?
I know that dentistry is my true passion. I can't wait for the day that I can be here, you know, actually doing the procedures on the patients.
Keep breathing. Keep breathing.
It's a typical day at St. Vincent de Paul's Dental Clinic. On the left, Ryan Gibson, a 2-year volunteer who is trying really hard to follow his vocational dream. On the right, Doctor of Dental Surgery Tom Weiss, who is also a volunteer and believes in the young man assisting him.
He's a very responsible young man, and I admire him. Well, he's applied to several dental schools, and he's continuing to apply, and he has met the requirements to get into dental school. Dental school right now is very competitive.
But until I get into dental school, this is one way that I can immerse myself into dentistry. And that was the main reason why I started volunteering here. But since I've volunteered here, I've gained this passion for dentistry and the compassion for the people that we help here. And that it's something that I look forward to every week that I can come here and help. It's almost, that's what I look forward to for the week.
This year is the year.
Dental coordinator Linda Reagan is one of Ryan's biggest cheerleaders. And what does the director of the clinic think?
And I think he has a running start already to becoming a dentist. Well, he actually assists. He assists with some dental surgeries and other procedures, and like I said, I've just seen him grow so much, and I would say he's a first-class dental assistant right now, and of course we want him to be able to get to the next level and his ultimate choice for a profession, and we're going to help him every way we can.
What can we do to help you get into dental school?
You can call all the dental schools I've applied to and give them a call. No, the people here have helped me out a lot. I've gotten to know quite a few dentists that have written me recommendation letters. The staff here has written me recommendation letters, so I have been helped out quite a bit.
And Ryan has support from the most important source of all.
I've had a lot of patients tell me thank you, and that's something that really touches your heart.
Finally, we asked his able mentor that day, Dr. Weiss, to tell us just one word to describe his able assistant.
Indomitable.
Those before and after makeovers are everywhere you look these days. And our next honoree's wife wrote the newspaper he needed one too. His name is Bill Denful, and he's a physical therapist at St. Joseph's Medical Center. So why is there a need for him to give up his free time to volunteer at our medical clinic?
Well, a lot of times we'll get people with back pains. We'll get people with disorders where they're having trouble functioning. So their goal is to help the person regain function.
Take an ibuprofen for it? Did you, no. Any anti-inflammatories? No. It's my favorite thing to do in the whole world, because when I come here, the patients really need to get better. These people are underserved. They have no one to take care of them, and when they come here, it's often missing time at work, which they can't afford to do. And so when they come here, they want to get better. They want their exercises. They really need something to carry forward and to get themselves back to where they need to be.
And remember Bill's fashion makeover? His wife knew that it would be a pick-me-up after a serious medical ordeal Bill endured, cancer of the tongue.
It's very enlightening to come to a place like this, or to help people after being through cancer myself and out of work for about 9 months a year ago.
Bill is now working again full-time and taking the time to volunteer. Where would the clinic be without people like Bill?
We would not function. We would not be in business. The volunteers are